Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Toby from 170. So in this video, I'm gonna be doing an IB League review of round one's playoff matches. We did have a few good matchups in round one, but most of the matchups which happened here in these groups were not that great because a lot of alliances were participating and not all of them were as active to give a good fight. So out of all these matchups, I'm gonna be reviewing two matchups which I think are good, and in this video, I will be doing one of them. I cannot do two reviews in one video; it will be too long to watch. So first of all, in this video, we are gonna do review of 56 HMB Hakuna Matata versus BP the Black Pearl from 170. We will be watching their gameplay, which will consist of relocations, garrisons, and stuff like that. Also checking their skills, which their player are using. I'm gonna give them like 20 to 15 seconds to start their relocations, and then we will see what they have in store for us. So we have now 20 seconds are done. I'm gonna pause it here, and you can see that from bottom side we have coming BP, and above is HMB. So here BP has blocked one of the guys by themselves. Their relocations are too far apart from each other. It's not in a formation either. This is still from like HMB. This is a gap, but in comparison to the opponent, they are still in like at least a bit of a formation. Not perfect, but not this bad. So they could have like done markers right. Maybe this is a player's error. Their marker might have been right, but this gap is not really good to have if your opponents have a good formation, which luckily for them BPT did not have a good formation over here. If I go to their home tower, we can not see their play right now. Let's go back to tower number 1 and see it first. The game is not loading, I guess, but they're still blocking one of the guys. I think they cancelled that relocation. Let me speed it up a little bit, or I can just go ahead and yeah, here. So you can see these two locations are very far apart. One is blocking each other. This is not bad, but in comparison, their formation is better. And if we look at from another perspective, BP still have 3 players closer to the tower. They could have sent these 2 players on these spots to get more close positioning on tower, but maybe this worked for them. I'll go to their home tower and see if they have 1 player over here, and BP also have 1 player on their home tower. On tower 4 it's also bugged again. I need to let it load. They cannot be sending just 1 player over here, it's not possible. I need to go. They actually did send 2 players. Why would they do that? Okay, so they had only 22 players. Let's see 26. Let's see how it works out. One of their relocations is gonna get destroyed. Yeah, they actually just gave up this tower for free, I guess. Ray alone is not gonna be able to zero them all. Also, I think that HMB have better builds. You can see them winning single attacks, like over here. Win, double win, and he is also winning on defense. If I go to tower number 1 again, this is still having fights at least. I don't really hate this thing. Like 2 people are back and doing release from there, while the others are focused on the front ones. But formation also matters a lot, and this type of formation is easy to be break down if someone like starts relocation back like behind you, or in middle of you if you have enough gap there. Like this person is so on the side that if someone wants to garrison him from these spots, their garrison will arrive very late. Also, their release will be late. So they have actually already occupied this tower 6 minutes in the game. I think they used tactic. They most likely used the sport tactics here. If I go to bottom tower, this is going to be occupied by BP very easily. There is no fight going on. So I think most of the game is going to be in central. That's how it's looking like right now. I'm going to speed this up to 4. Wait for central to open. Until then we'll see. Oh, okay, so BP is making an attack on their home tower. This is nice move, but only being done by one player. There should have been like 2 or 3 more relocations around it. He arrived very quickly. No, actually he's blocked by someone. HMB is taking this sun altar at 10 minutes in. This tower is also occupied by HMB. I think they're gonna try to make a move from altar to enemy's home. Yeah, my guess was right. They're going for BP's home tower from altar, so their relocations cannot be watched. But it seems like they are blocking their own relocation over here as well. Here comes relocations. These are both HMB players, and he is gonna arrive here. Kurt. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, but I think it's Kurt. This is Gold Salty here. Let's go back here and see if they're winning or losing. Although they are outnumbered, but they don't seem to be losing right now. They are fighting good. More players are coming in. And he's blocked. Maybe if blocking their players, they're also destroying relocations as well. They have not managed to invade enemy's home tower. Right now, they have lost the central as well, which is not good. Actually, I think they're gonna lose the center tower now. HMB is not really taking any pressure. They're like literally sending their players from center to enemy's home tower as if they have already won the central, which is not really finished yet. And they have already made a move on enemy's home tower as well, which they are gonna occupy very easily with their current number of players here. Kimkari, Nogi, Godfolti and Kurt on enemy's base. Queen Edith is trying to fight them back, but not helping it a lot. Like I said before, I think there's a massive difference in builds, which is making a lot of issues for BP. So this game is gonna be a like one-sided from here onwards, because BP's builds are not looking that great to me. They are losing most of the attacks, and they are having to do rallies to win, but HMB is managing to get single hits on them. So we are currently 19 minutes into the game, and you can see that BP is already losing far behind, 15,000 versus 27k. So if I go and take a look into their talents, also called skills, I'm not gonna count the defense ones. We're just gonna take a look into attack and sport, because the other ones will obviously be defense. So currently we have like 2 attackers, Mac and Ray, followed by God Salty, and Spot On, 5 attackers. God Salty showing again, I'm not gonna count it double. 5, 6 and 7 attacks. Sorry, good. Yeah, it's around 7 to 8 players are using attack talents. Attack skills. Then they are Shadow Kill, Empower, Delusional. Like 3 to 4 players are using sports skills from HMB. So like 6 to 7 attack and 3 to 4 sports. On the other hand, if we look at BP, they have 1 attack, 2 attacks, 3, 4, 5. They only have 6 players using attack talents, and there is no sport skill. Like, sport is really important for tower occupations. Like, it helps a lot. It helps a lot to occupy towers, but you need to have good coordination to make it work. Like, maybe make an IBL chat inside game, or have your players on voice chat on Discord servers. Anything that works well for your communication, that will help. I'm gonna skip it a little bit here because actually BP have 30 players now and they are still having 26 on the opponent side. I'm gonna skip it a little bit ahead to see if any fights are going on here. They are, and they have actually stolen their tower back, which was almost given up in the start. This is actually really impressive. They have given up a tower and then stolen it back before game is like even midway. This fight is still going on. Even when outnumbered, they are not backing down easily. Although they should have been like finished by now, but now they are like losing this fight. If I go back to here, they making BP is making a move on enemy's home, but they are a bit far away and still losing single hits. Their own home has been invaded and occupied by enemy. If they had like a sports skill right now, this tower should have been easier to occupy, but they don't have one, which is very unfortunate for them. They have managed to fight back and take the tower back, but they have lost most of the other map, which is not a good exchange. They should have focused and attacked on enemy's home instead for like an extra tower exchange. And then when enemy backs down, they could have just sent a few players to take their tower back instead. They've also lost the central. Fight is still going on there, but it's not gonna be going on for long. Overall, if I escape more of this fight, it comes back to center. And this tower 1 has been fighting for like whole game. I think they've been fight whole game now. Even if it's like few versus few or even fight, there is still going fights. On the other hand, this tower has been taken back by HMB, which they had given up. I'm really surprised they were able to take this tower back. They should not have been able to invade this tower at all, since they gave it up in the beginning. BP have some players not moving. Never seen this player myself before. Shadow King is sitting on home now. Basically, this match is like almost over with a huge lead for HMB. BP basically just have one altar right now, with danger fluff protecting it, I guess, or waiting for relocation to move. At this point, I would not recommend anyone to use heals or anything else that requires you to spend something outside IB, because this is like, you can see it's a match lost already. You cannot come back from here. So GG's to HMB, it was a good game for them, and their MVP is Ray. Personally, I've never heard or seen this guy before, but he definitely earned this, I guess. So if we go to battle statistics, battlefield contributions were most from the Ruskuria. Then it was Ray, who's an MVP from opponent's side. Troops killed is no different. He's still MVP in that. Troops wounded, he's MVP. Prosperity is mostly destroyed by Ray, then Good and Casualty. Most of these guys here are from BP. Like I said, they were winning a lot of solo hits, and this contributed in that a lot. Tower contribution is from mostly coming from BP. I guess they were trying to occupy tower a lot, which makes sense. They were losing fight. Towers occupied. They used altars for rotations as such to attack enemy's home tower as well. This is why some of their main core players are in the altar occupation as well. I'm talking about HMB. Overall, it was not a bad fight for HMB, which is not like in the past. Their IB League recorder has not been that good. Neither has been BP's, but due to their new recruit from Sub 57, they have been improving a lot now, I guess, which you can see in this game as well. So it will be interesting to see their upcoming matchups as well, and what team they will fight in next week. I will see if I can make a review on that as well, how their match goes, or depending on their opponent, if it's a good match or not. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.